All right, so here's how this is gonna work. Do we have a microphone? I believe it's over here. Hold on, let's move it. Check.
Check. Hey, there we go. What's going on, guys? Oh, come on, that was bad.
I'm gonna move this microphone so they can ask you some questions.
That was bad. I have one question though, real quick. Get the crowd going a little bit. What time is it?
Adventure time!
There we go. By the way, quick shout out to the lady that made me this bracelet. Where are you? There's bright lights in my face, I can see you. There you are. I would wear it, but I don't want to break it, so I'm just gonna calmly put it right here. So.
We tried to put it on something backstage, and there was a failure.
Yeah.
So.
We tried to make it like a coffee.
Like a cup cozy, and we ended up spilling, and it was just really bad.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward. But it's okay, we're all good.
Can I get this microphone turned on over here so
Yeah.
they can ask some questions?
Usually we start off our panels with, you want to sing a song?
Yeah,
You guys want to sing the Adventure Time theme song with us to start off the panel? Yeah? Yes? There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Adventure time! Come on, grab your friends. We'll go to a very distant land. We'll Jake the dog and Finn the human.
And Marceline.
We'll never end.
It's adventure time.
Woo! Give yourselves a round of applause.
You should have said with Marceline and
Finn the human. Yep,
Jake's not here.
Forget that. Forget him. He's not even here.
All right, so if you guys have any questions for the Stars of Adventure Time, you can just take them up to the microphone. Any takers? Any questions you want to start out with?
Any of those weird, deep, dark questions that, probably shouldn't be asked, go for it.
We'll answer them now.
Well,
Do you have any questions, Heather?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just curious, do you guys have a favorite episode of Adventure Time that you guys have done? Out of all
Ladies
of them?
first.
Yeah, I like any episode. I always say this, but I like any episode that's with Hunts and Abadir, because
I thought you were going to say any episode that has Marceline.
Well, that
Which would have
too.
made sense.
But Hunts and Abadir, Marceline's dad, is played by my real-life father, Martin Olson. So it was really cool to, especially the Fry episode, is we got to battle to the death, and I was like, I'm gonna kill you, Dad! But I was really talking to my dad, so it was kind of awkward, but really fun.
But you didn't actually want to. You guys have a good working relationship.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah.
one of my best friends. So
You guys,
it's
they wrote
weird.
they wrote a Adventure Time book together, actually, didn't you?
Yeah, Jeremy, as a matter of fact.
Hey, I'm good at segueing.
He's good at plugging. Yes, me and my dad are actually co-writing it. I don't know if any of you guys read the Adventure Time Encyclopedia.
Show of hands, who all read the Adventure Time Encyclopedia?
Couple.
Oh, no, there's more than that. They're just being too proud.
Well, that book
There
was
you go.
also written by Martin Olson, my father, and so we're doing the sequel to that book, and I got to co-write with him, so that'll be
This
really
is the first
fun.
time you're announcing this, correct?
Yes, this is the official announcement of the next Adventure Time book.
Woo!
So you guys are hearing it first.
So that's pretty friggin' special, actually.
Yeah, but it was a really awesome experience, just being able to, I've always wanted to be a writer. My dad was a writer and I grew up idolizing him, and being able to work with him sort of through my aspect of voice acting through the show, and now I'm sort of flipping it and getting to do his aspect of writing, it's become a very special.
And you're writing it as Marceline, yeah?
I'm writing it from the viewpoint of Marceline.
That's
so it's first person, her thoughts, her feelings, everything. It's really special.
It's yeah, that's sick. You, ask your question.
Olivia, I was wondering if you could do a love confession to Princess Bubblegum.
It all depends on how you view that relationship. That's the ball's in your court right now, so.
Oh, Bubblegum. Sweet, sweet Bubblegum. You're my bestie. Heart.
That's not what she wanted.
I know that's not what you wanted.
It's good. Thank you.
She's like, oh.
I was wondering if you could do the Finn baby song.
Yeah.
I sure can. Let me get into the baby Finn voice here real quick. I'm a tough kitten, baby. I can punch in your buns. I can punch in your fanny. I can punch on your buns. Punch on your buns. Punch on your buns. If you're an evil witch, I will punch you for fun. So yes, that actually is me. There's no vocal heightening or anything on the baby
Except
fin.
I heard this really, Jessica DeChico and I, who plays Flame Princess, we DJ'd a party last year at San Diego Comic-Con, and we tried to look up everything online of Adventure Time, you know, remixes and stuff like this, and there's this like crazy techno remix of that song, which is the best thing I've ever heard. You guys should look it up. Just look up Dancing Baby Fin Techno. Do it. It'll be well worth it.
It's actually a thing, apparently, so. Does nobody have questions? You guys just know everything about the show.
Don't be shy. Come on
he has a
now.
question. He's just sitting down. Taking a load off.
Greetings.
Whoa.
I was
Greetings.
not expecting that voice. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting like normal voice, and Andre the Giant just is at the mic.
Does anybody agree that this guy needs to get into voice acting? Because that is a one-of-a-kind
I think that was
voice
his
right there.
purpose.
Discovered right here.
I was going to ask you, when you, do you have to have like your standard talent agent to go into voice acting?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, for us, obviously, we both do.
Every voice actor I've ever worked with and done panels with, we get this question a lot, and seriously, every single person has a different story of how they got into it. So I think anything is possible if you, especially with a voice like that, like you can probably have a really easy in. So make a reel, post it online, try to get an agent.
There's also like, I mean, you'd be surprised how
Take
much.
a voiceover workshop, and that'll be a really good thing to just meet people that are in the same field.
And there's just a lot of like local stuff, like even everything from like local, like they do a lot of local casting for like radio commercials and stuff that are regional to other stuff that is good. I mean, I think voice acting class would be awesome, and people would be like, wow, yeah, your voice is there.
I know, I have a question for you actually. Could you just please say, "Oh yeah, baby"?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, see?
Oh, baby, I like
He
that.
could be like the opening entry to any like R&B song from the 90s, but yeah.
Very white, dude.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Very welcome. Thank you. So Heather, you're really knowledgeable about Adventure Time, aren't you?
Absolutely. Let me continue asking you guys questions rather than they're trying to switch it on me. All right.
I'm trying to.
Putting her on the
I want to put
It's
her
not
on the
gonna
spot.
work. It's not gonna work. I'm here for you guys.
Oh, it'll happen.
My question is for you guys. What made you guys decide to get into voiceover work and acting?
The paycheck.
Really?
No, not at all. I started acting when I was like 5 or 6, and so at that age, for me, I lived in LA, and I loved just movies and TV shows and cartoons and everything just in general. So for me, as just a little kid, I was like, oh, I really, that's something I really want to do. And so for me, it was kind of a childhood dream, and I was like, I told my dad, I was like, I want to do acting. He's like, okay. And then he like took us in like a talent agent in LA for like commercials, and he was kind of expecting them to be like no, and just kind of put an end to that or whatever. And they sent us out. And my brother like went out on like one audition and booked something, which was we're thinking like, wow, this is awesome. It must be like that easy, all the time. And it was not that easy all that time. No. It takes a lot of time. There's so many auditions that you go out for that like you don't get and stuff. But from there, we just kept working our way up, and my dad's been super supportive. And I started doing like live action little commercials, a couple little like radio spots in there, and then some like co-star guest spots on TV shows when I was younger. I did stuff on like Lost, ER, and just kind of worked my way up. And here I am like 12 years later, still working and being able to be on an awesome show like Adventure Time is super cool. So for me, it was just kind of a childhood dream, something I've always loved doing.
What about you, Olivia?
It was a little bit similar. I grew up also wanting to my dream was just to be a singer as a kid though. Like I've always been super musical.
She's awesome.
Me and my dad.
Do you want to sing for us?
Maybe later. But my dad was working in the entertainment business as well, and he wanted me to have no part in it whatsoever. So me and my mom sort of went behind his back and got me an agent, and I started going out on auditions, and sort of like Jeremy, I did some on-screen acting as a kid. I started when I was 8, 9, but it's crazy because I never thought that voice acting was like a career. But growing up, now looking back on it, my dad was a writer for cartoons for many, many years. He was the head writer of Rocko's Modern Life, if anyone knows that show. Wow. He worked on SpongeBob and like a bunch of crazy shows, but like it's crazy now to be a voice and doing it with my dad. It's totally turned full circle, because when I was 8 and 9, we were like, okay, tell your dad you're going to dance class, because you can't tell him you're going to this audition because he doesn't want you to do this. But it sort of just fell into my lap, and especially with him being so focused in the cartoon world, it sort of became a different outlet. Like, I didn't have to do on-screen acting. I didn't have to be so much in the spotlight. I could do something that's a little more reserved and behind the scenes, and that's really special about voice acting.
So if you guys weren't doing voice acting, what do you think you guys would be doing? Anything extreme or crazy?
I think I would be doing the same stuff I'm doing now, but probably more. I'd be working on my music, probably as a full-time thing, and trying to get that done, because that's always what I wanted to do, is be a singer. But I've been so fortunate to be able to sing on shows like Adventure Time and Phineas and Ferb, so it's a nice balance, but I would probably try to be doing that more.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, acting is such a huge part of my life, and it's been such a huge part of my life for so long. I literally...
Regular high school.
I guess I would have gone to actual high school. That might have been something. I remember when I was younger, I like enjoyed throwing around a football, but I don't think I could have actually played football because I'm like 5'8". So I don't think that would have happened. I don't know. I also do music as well. I have a band.
Make Out Monday.
Make Out Monday.
Anybody
shameless plug.
Heard the EP?
It's pretty good. I have it on the table. So.
Oh yeah, go buy his EP.
But I don't know. Yeah, I don't really remember anything before I started acting, because I started when I was like 5 or 6, and so I don't remember a whole lot even before that point at all. So for me, it's just something that's such a big part of my life, and it's just so natural and just kind of there.
I think both of us, from a very young age, sort of knew what we wanted to do with life, so we just like went in full force, made that our priority to make our dreams come true, and now we're here.
I graduated high school like 2 years early, just for the sole purpose of being able to focus more on my career, on work, and so it's really just kind of, it's what I do. It's kind of my life. So
awesome. All right, who has more questions? Don't be shy, guys. Come on down. Anything you can possibly think of, whether it's crazy.
Whether you want to hear us say weird, stupid sentences in our character voices. All
right, we got one.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask if you guys could do an improv conversation between your characters right now.
Really putting us on the spot.